What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. I'm definitely not done with this one, man. But after the fight, which I did not watch, but I've seen videos that people have made saying that Valdez won, and there's also people that believe that he did not win. You know what I'm saying? According to what everybody else is saying, because I'm not gonna support a fighter like Valdez who cheated. You know what I'm saying? Was found a cheater, and then you got guys like Bob Arum trying to blame the media for negativity instead of the fighter himself, not holding Oscar Valdez accountable for his actions. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame the media for Valdez failing a drug test. You know what I'm saying? And that's what pisses me off about boxing. It's becoming a joke of a sport. They had Evander Holyfield facing an MMA fighter who's like 20 years younger than him. You know what I'm saying? And Vitor Belfort. It's just crazy to me to think that, how did that fight even become sanctioned? Evander Holyfield is way too old. It's way too old, man. He's way too old, way past his prime. Like, the movements of his punches, they look slow, man. It looks like you can tell he has nothing left, man. But they had him in there facing a guy in Vitor Belfort for what? It's just crazy to me. Like, they do this to a heavyweight great like that. You know what I mean? He's older, knowing that he can't take no punches at all. He can't move in the ring at all. It didn't even look like he could bend his knees or anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he had trouble getting out of the way of Vitor Belfort's punches, who's not a boxer. I mean, he's a striker from the MMA, you know? But this isn't really about that, because that's just proof that, like, I can't fuck with boxing like that, you know? But for this, about Oscar Valdez, man, I can't fuck with this. Bob Arum coming out here talking about it's the media's fault. Well, no, it's not. Nobody told Oscar Valdez to put phentermine into his system and think that it's okay. Nobody. It's on the banned substance list. I don't care what you guys feel it is. I don't care. Anybody who's justifying this is a part of the problem in boxing. And that means Bob Arum is a problem in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't like this shit. The dude should have been held accountable for his actions. Look like, from what people are saying, he got beat up. Oscar Valdez was on some sort of performance enhancer, and he still got beat up. I mean, that's just, if that's not karma, I don't know what is, man. Like, when you do something wrong and you don't hold yourself accountable, that shit always comes back. It always comes back. And they had an interview with Bob Arum, and he's literally saying that he didn't do anything wrong. He never did anything wrong. That's straight out of Bob Arum's mouth. How did he not do anything wrong when it's on the banned substance list? How? So basically, you're undermining the WADA and VADA and all of that stuff. The clean boxing program. All for this dude, Oscar Valdez, who throughout his career has been ducking. You know what I'm saying? He's been a ducking fighter. Now he wants to say he wants to fight Shakur Stevenson or Jamel Herring. Yeah, Jamel Herring winner. And I bet you that's because he ain't got no choice. They throwing his ass to the wolves finally. Man, you know what I'm saying? I've seen him struggle with guys, and he struggled allegedly, since I didn't watch this fight, with Conceição. You know what I'm saying? He's a solid boxer, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't on Shakur Stevenson's level. I don't think he's on Jamel Herring's level either. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, I don't think Valdez is going to be champion for much longer. You know what I'm saying? If he fights the winner of that, I think he's going to lose. And I don't see any other way to look at it. They're both good boxers. Jamel Herring might have a little bit more power. You know what I'm saying? They're good counter punchers, both of those fighters. And Valdez has issues with counter punching. And if he ain't on that juice, or whatever the hell they want to call it, a stimulant, diuretic, they don't even know. People around the media that's defending this shit, they don't even know what to call it. You know what I'm saying? That's the bullshit. You know? I hate how boxing is right now, man. This current state of boxing is garbage. And it's because of motherfuckers like Oscar Valdez cheating. Freaking Canelo with his cheating. You know? Now he might not get caught on roids and shit, but he's out here trying to make fighters only have a few weeks of training camp before they fight. You know what I'm saying? Fighting at weights that they probably aren't supposed to be fighting at, you know? A little bit drained. Stuff like that. Like, if you're so good, why not just fight on the equal playing field? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with the sport. It ain't on equal playing fields. You know? Like, Oscar Valdez getting away with cheating. Now, if the fighter, Conceição, said it was cool, but look at him. He's a guy, I don't even really know him like that. The fight that I saw of him last time out, I think it was only an 8-round fight. So he was a dude that they just randomly selected, you know? He ain't want no smoke with none of the real elite guys. So they put him in with this guy to see where he was at. And he ain't up to snuff, man. He's not up to snuff. Valdez is going to get beat up in his next fight. Just like he got beat up by Conceição. He got beat up, you know? And it's crazy to me that Bob Arum is trying to stick with this dude. When you know, he talking about the law. The law says he didn't do anything wrong. No, he did something wrong there, buddy. According to the clean boxing program, he did something wrong. But, you know, that's just how boxing is. You got deep pockets. You can make stuff go away. Make fights still go on, no matter what, you know. But, and then, if I remember correctly, Oscar Valdez was, after his post-fight interview, he was saying something like, all the problem or everything that he went through, he doesn't want to go through it anymore. Well, sorry, that's not how it works. With a fan like me, a boxing fan like me, there's no way that you're going to get away unless you show and prove that you're a clean fighter. Right now, all you're doing is denying, so that's proof that you're not a fighter with integrity at all. Your promoter is not a promoter with integrity at all, but that's already been known. We know how Bob Arum gets down. He been getting down that way, and it's just disgusting to me how this looks. There's so much stuff out there that says that Valdez lost, but somehow he didn't. The scorecards were fucked. I heard 117, 110, which is crazy. It was more of a close fight. I was hearing that the ref was getting in there, you know, trying to mess up the rhythm of the fighters. Of course, on the behalf of Valdez, you know, because he's a hometown kid, even though he's from Nogales, Mexico. But Nogales and Tucson are very close to each other, so there's that. So we got some home cooking, even though he looked garbage in his fight. You know, it's just how this shit is, man. His last fight before that, he was fighting Miguel Burchell and knocked him clean, smooth out. But now, obviously, we know why he knocked him clean and smooth out, you know? Because He's not a clean fighter, you know. No matter what nobody says, you can't get over that fact, man. Valdez for this fight was not clean. No matter what nobody says, period. He wasn't clean. And it's not okay what he did. And to justify it is proof that there was a huge problem in this sport of boxing that needs to get fixed immediately. But we know how this goes. Valdez will pay for it fighting a caliber of fighter like Shakur Stevenson or Jamel Herring, which I believe Shakur Stevenson will beat Jamel Herring. And I believe he will also beat Oscar Valdez whenever they end up fighting each other. But I don't really have too much else on it. Tell me what you guys think. This is your boy Pete Money, and I'm off this.